All right, buckle up because tonight we're diving into the world of real-life horror stories.
Yeah, the deep end. The unexplained.
Exactly, and we're going to unpack 3 of them, and let me tell you, they get progressively creepier as we go along.
The ones we're focusing on all have one unsettling thing in common, too.
Blackouts.
Because when the lights go out,
Oh man, you're speaking my language. Nothing gets the heart racing quite like sudden darkness, am I right?
well, there's a reason for that. It's not just in your head. When we lose our vision, the amygdala, the fear center of our brain, it goes into overdrive.
Wait, really? So there's like a scientific reason why I freak out when the power goes out?
It's evolutionary. Think back, way back, darkness used to mean real danger lurking out there.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't make it any less scary.
No, not at all.
So let's jump into story number 1, the home invasion.
Yeah, lay it on me.
It starts out pretty normal. Guy gets home late from work, grabs a beer, just relaxing in the dark.
Sounds like a typical night.
Right. But then the power goes out.
Oh.
And this is where things start to get a little weird. He realizes his front door is locked from the outside,
Okay, that's a little strange.
and then it hits him. His phone is inside, so he can't even call for help.
Oh, no.
But it gets worse. He looks through a window and sees flashlights moving around inside his house.
So someone's inside.
Multiple someones. And then he remembers his wife is asleep upstairs.
Oh, man, that's when the fear goes through the roof.
Absolutely. He goes from I'm in trouble to she's in danger
Yeah.
in like a split second. He starts throwing rocks at the bedroom window, yelling for his wife to wake up and hide.
Oh, wow. Talk about an adrenaline rush.
Right. Meanwhile, she's up there in the pitch black, hearing all this commotion outside.
Must have been terrifying. Imagine being jolted awake like
I
that.
can't even imagine. So he runs to the neighbors, calls the police, and then it's just this agonizing wait,
Yeah, the not knowing is the worst part.
The police finally get there, but it's too late. The intruders are gone, along with a bunch of their valuables.
Man, that's awful.
But here's the detail that really gets me. His wife later tells him that she heard one of the intruders enter their bedroom, and she heard them cock a gun.
That's chilling. To be that close, completely unaware.
I know, right? The story ends with them still living in that house, trying to pick up the pieces.
It makes you wonder if you could ever really feel safe again after something like that.
Yeah, like how do you come back from that? And that's the question I want to leave you with.
Yeah.
If you were in that situation, what would you have done?
Okay, so in that last story, it was the home itself that felt violated,
Yeah, that sense of security just shattered.
Exactly. But what about when you're already in a place that's kind of creepy to begin with? That's what we're getting into with our second story. The basement intruder.
Ooh, basements. They're like horror movie staples.
Right, like inherently unsettling. And this guy, he's home alone, stuck in his parents' basement during a massive storm. So the scene is already set for something spooky.
For sure. The power's out, it's pitch black, and he's just trying to get some sleep.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And then he hears it, this loud thud against one of the basement windows.
Oh man, I'd be out of there.
He grabs his phone, uses the flashlight to check it out, and sees a man pressed against the window,
No way.
staring right at him. And then, to make matters worse, he starts hearing footsteps upstairs.
So it's not just one guy?
Multiple intruders. He's trapped down there, the storm's knocked out cell service, and then one of them says his name.
Whoa, hold on, they know who he is?
That's what makes this one so scary. They targeted him specifically. It's not just some random break-in.
Chill.
He knows he has to get out of there. His only option is this tiny basement window.
Oh man, that's a tough choice.
He smashes it, cuts himself crawling out, and just books it through the pouring rain.
Adrenaline pumping, I bet.
He eventually gets to a neighbor's, calls the police, but the intruders are long gone. They'd cut the power lines intentionally,
Wow, that's planned. That's scary.
and they got away with a ton of stuff. What's crazy to me is that even though he escaped, he's still dealing with the aftermath,
Trauma sticks with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes me think, what if he hadn't had that escape route? What if his phone had died?
This one's a good reminder to be prepared, to think about those what-if scenarios.
Yeah, you never know when you might need an escape plan.
All right, so we've had a home invasion, a basement break-in, ready for something even creepier. Our last story takes place in, get this, an abandoned warehouse.
Ooh. Okay, I'm already spooked. Warehouses at night. No thanks.
Right. It's like they're designed to be haunted. It's like prime real estate for a ghost story, or in this case, the warehouse encounter.
Oh yeah, I can already feel the chills.
This one, it's got all the ingredients. Our storyteller is the only security guard working the night shift at this huge, isolated warehouse.
Alone in a warehouse at night? No, thank you.
And of course, a storm hits, the power starts flickering, and then boom, total darkness.
Talk about setting the mood. Right. He's making his rounds, trying to figure out what's going on with the power,
Makes sense.
when he hears this loud metallic clang from somewhere deep inside the warehouse.
Okay, now that's just creepy.
He grabs his flashlight, goes to investigate, and catches a glimpse of another flashlight beam moving along the shelves.
Wait, someone else is there?
It disappears as quickly as he sees it, but it's enough to make him realize he's not alone.
Yeah, and in a place that big, who knows where they could be hiding?
And then it gets weirder. He starts to smell this, musty metallic odor.
Oh, that's not good.
It's coming from one of the loading bays. He gets there and sees two sets of wet footprints leading into a storage aisle.
So definitely more than one person.
And remember, he's supposed to be the only one there.
Okay, now I'm getting seriously creeped out.
He follows the footprints, and now he starts hearing these faint whispers.
Like someone's having a
He
conversation.
can't make out the words, but the tone is definitely off, tense and urgent.
Oh man, it's like something out of a horror movie.
He gets closer, raises his flashlight, ready to confront whoever's there, but they're gone. Vanished.
That's so unsettling.
Where could they have gone that fast? At this point, he's done. He just wants to get the power back on and get out of there.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
He's fumbling with the circuit breakers in the dark when he hears another noise, a scraping sound. Shines his light, and there it is, a crowbar lying on the floor.
Whoa, okay, that escalates things.
He yells out that he's armed, hoping to scare them off. And then from the other end of the warehouse, he hears a crash and running footsteps.
Oh no, they know he's there.
They're coming right for him. He takes off running, heart pounding, can hear them right behind him.
This is a nightmare.
The chase seemed to go on forever, but he manages to lose them. He makes it to the exit, gets outside, and immediately calls the police.
Talk about a close call.
The police get there, but of course, no sign of the intruders. And to make matters worse, he almost loses his job for running from the scene.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Luckily, the police confirmed his story, so he's in the clear. But he still works at that warehouse,
I guess someone's got to do it.
and he never finds out who those people were or what they were doing there.
That's almost scarier than knowing, the mystery lingers.
So there you have it. 3 blackout horror stories, each one creakier than the last. We've talked about why darkness freaks us out, the importance of being prepared, and the kind of psychological toll these experiences can take. But I'm curious, what would you do if you were in one of these situations?
It's a good question to think about. These stories, they're scary for sure, but they also show how resilient people can be, even in the face of danger.
Exactly. And while we might not always know what's lurking in the shadows, these stories remind us that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope. So next time the lights go out, remember, breathe, trust your gut, and you got this.
And hey, maybe keep a flashlight close by just in case.